The story of how life imitates Hollywood with disastrous results. It's a wildly popular movie about an out-of-control teen party full of boozing, drugs, and big-ticket destruction. The movie characters get away with just a hangover, but for real-life teens copying these parties this spring break, the consequences are far more serious. ABC's Ryan Owens shows us what happens when kids try this at home.
To the break of dawn, yo!
If you're a teenager, Project X is a comedy. If you're a parent, it is the scariest of horror movies.
Here's $40 and my car is off limits.
The film, which opened 2 weeks ago, tells the story of three teenage dorks who throw an epic house party while mom and dad are out of town.
Just big enough to be cool.
It's supposed to make them popular. Instead, it makes a massive mess. And it turns out the house in the movie isn't the only one getting trashed.
Project X.
Last week, this Florida teen posted a YouTube invitation to his own Project X party.
Something insane.
A tour of a foreclosed home outside Miami that police say he vandalized. Police arrested the would-be host Monday morning, before his party happened. But no one told the nearly 2,000 people who showed up later that night. In Houston, the trend took a fatal turn. After a Project X party invitation went viral on Facebook and Twitter, almost 1,000 people showed up at this empty mansion. When police tried to break it up, one partygoer started shooting. 18-year-old Ryan Spikes was killed. He was a senior in high school on the football team just months from graduation.
It's a tragedy. Somebody lost their child, which could have been avoided.
Also in the Houston area, look at what happened to this home 2 weeks ago.
There was a wild party that got out of control. The interior of the home was just destroyed.
Mark Stevens is a retired detective turned private investigator who was hired to find out who did it.
We came back the very next night hoping or figuring that they would come back, and they did. You know, I asked them why, what was this all about, and they said Project X.
While repairs are nearly complete, look no further than that pile of debris in the garage as a reminder of the damage done.
That's an interior door that they ripped off the wall and just broke in half.
11 people have been charged with criminal trespassing and may face more serious charges. In Michigan, this dad got involved before the police had to.
No party tonight.
His son Mikey tweeted invitations to what he cleverly called a Project M party. Follow his Twitter account and it's clear the film inspired his would-be rager. On March 1st, he tweeted, "Bout to take this little cat nap, then see Project X later, I guess." Then March 2nd, most inspiring movie ever, best one in a while, #GameChanger. You can almost hear the gears turning. On March 7th, Mikey tweets, "Hey, does anyone have a good aux cord? If you could, please hit me up." 1 day later, anyone have a strobe light? And then the kicker. I don't think people really know how much it takes to do what I'm doing tomorrow. And just like that, Mikey's party became a top trend on Twitter. The high schooler got RSVPs from around the world.
Kind of did it as like a joke, but I mean, I guess people took it as, oh, I'm trying to throw the next Project X.
Well, Dad made him cancel and had the police camp out outside his house to deter potential partygoers.
I'm sorry about what happened. We didn't mean it to get that big.
It may have cramped Mikey's style, but it upped his street cred. A local division of Gawker Media offered him a job, impressed by his marketing skills. All of this free publicity clearly isn't hurting the movie either. Project X has grossed more than $40 million at the box office. Not bad for a film produced on a shoestring budget by Todd Phillips, the man who directed the godfather of modern-day boys and booze movies, the Hangover franchise. And the now classic love letter to wild fraternity parties, Old School.
We're good, streaky!
For its part, Warner Brothers, the studio distributing Project X, had this to say about the copycat parties. These incidents are deplorable. Warner Brothers does not condone and strongly discourages anyone from attempting to imitate conduct portrayed by actors during the filming of a motion picture. But that clearly hasn't stopped the parties. And parents, look out. Word is a sequel is already in the works. I'm Ryan Owens for Nightline in Dallas.
Be afraid, be very afraid. Our thanks to Ryan. And just ahead, from George Clooney to the guy behind Coney 2012, why today was a bizarre day to remember. What happened?